Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton. Happy New Year if you're joining us for one of the first times. I'm a professional dog walker. We're based in Edinburgh in Scotland. It's a glorious day today, although it is freezing cold. I think we're at 0 or -1, something along those lines temperature wise, and the dogs are absolutely loving the conditions. We are out and about on our hack, our trek, our walk, our outing, our adventure, and we've got 7 of the little guys out today. If you're new to the channel, then you won't know this, so let me explain. I do 2 walks a day, and my first walk, which is this one, I'll take out small dogs like Alfie and Otis here, and Juno and Harris, Ruby and Mac and Barney. So you see they're all around about the same size. And then this afternoon I'm out with my bigger dogs. So we've got some retrievers of different kinds. So we've got Labrador retrievers, flat coat retrievers. We've also got a couple of pointers and a Spanish water dog and a cockapoo this afternoon. Oh, and another border terrier. We've got Little Biscuit as well joining the afternoon crew. So we try and split the dogs by size. The little guys come out in the morning walking. That's the one I usually go live with, and occasionally I'll go live on my afternoon session with the big guys, but maybe not today. This could be a pretty mad morning, pretty mad afternoon this afternoon, because the 8 dogs that I'm out with, it'll be the first time of them seeing each other since before Christmas. We're talking about 3 weeks since some of them last interacted with each other, so it's going to be a very interesting dynamic to the group. There'll be lots of play, there'll be lots of nervous energy and excitement, and yeah, some of the dogs might be a bit overstimulated, that kind of thing. So we'll maybe refrain from going live today, depending on how they get on, because it can be difficult, as you can see. Kind of keeping control of the gang is easy when they're this size, but when they're 10 times the size and they're running around in areas 10 times the orbit, it can be a bit trickier. So yes, we'll maybe refrain from that. Excuse me while duty calls just for a second. Ruby is the last of the gang to go to the toilet, so that's her done. There we go. Job's good. In fact, I wonder if I can. I'll do it with this hand. Here we go. So, welcome along. Happy New Year to you all. I think this will be the last few days that I continue to say that, but yeah, for those of my subscribers that have not yet tuned into one of our lives, if this is the first one you're catching, then Happy New Year to you. Thank you for tuning in, and look forward to all the adventures over the year with these guys and some more new additions. We've had a wealth of inquiries over the last couple of weeks since I've been off. I think the new year has people starting new jobs and going on to do new things and all that kind of stuff. So I've got about 7 or 8 people I need to get back to this week, and it's lovely. It is absolutely lovely, because what I do is I point them in the direction of these lives, and I say, hey, if you really fancy this, why don't you just watch one of our sessions and see if your dog would fit in to these kind of sort of scenarios and all this kind of thing. So it helps a lot, the support I get on this channel from you guys in relation to helping out new clients. So all the kind words you say and all the likes and all the shares and all the comments and everything that goes with it, that really goes a long way, because people get to see it and then say, right, okay. But yeah, the true sort of point I'm making just now is that some of the admin of getting back to these 7 people is very time consuming, and it's not in my skill set. I just want to be out with the dogs all the time. I don't want to be sat in front of a keyboard and replying to people, but when you run your own business, you got to do a little of column A and a little of column B and a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. So never mind. I can't really complain, and I won't. I just would rather play with the dogs than have to deal with admin stuff. Hey, Juno, I know. Quite interesting this morning. The dogs got a new combination this morning. So who's not been out until today? We've had Harris up at the front there, and Mac, who's behind us, on their first session. Yeah. Morning. Just mind that lead.
All right.
You okay? Thank you. Hello, little one. Are you joining us? You would fit in quite fine. I didn't even notice you properly. Hello. Hello. Here we go. Good. It's lovely that they're able to just meet a dog that we've not met before and just completely ignore it, walk past, get on with things. Bench, thank you so much for your wonderful comment. I wonder if you get much bite from those kind of points. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, admin jobs can do one, but I need to get back to these people. So if you're one of the people watching that I've pointed in this direction, please please don't be put off by the comments I'm saying there just now. I will get back to you at some point, but like I say, my true passion is not to respond to your email, but my true passion is to work with your dog. So that is I'm sure what we'll end up doing. Melanie, good morning. How are we? Lovely to hear from you. Happy New Year. I know we said it on one of the other videos the other day, but I didn't get to join. You didn't get to join us live, did you? So hope you're well. Hope the family's well. Hope you've had a nice break. If you had a break, I think I asked you that point as well. But I'm sure you'll let us know. Yeah, what was I saying? We started off the session by bumping into some friends of ours. Did you guys keep coming? Hello, Trouble. Just mind your feet on that lead. There we go. Good. Good, Otis. Good boy. We're going this way, guys. Come on. Yeah, we bumped into friends, dog friends of ours. And the gang have had a riot. I'm not even exaggerating. If you were to stand and watch us, imagine we're in the middle of that field and they were, all 7 of them, barking their head off, and plus the dogs that joined us were all barking their head off, and they're running around crazy and they're being a bit wild. And of course, I'm laughing and so are the other owners, because the dogs haven't seen each other in so long. And it was just pure joy and excitement, and maybe a little bit of over arousal and overstimulation. But to be honest, the dogs were so happy and they were just so playful. And then we've went our separate ways. We parted company, and they've settled down a little bit. I think they're probably a little bit exhausted. There's a few of them that will still be out of sorts because of the sort of fitness that we put in. Good morning. How you doing? And yeah, so the kind of effort that we put in and they put in with each other, I should say, that's probably the better point. The dogs will wear each other out far more effectively than they would be if they were taking on even a huge hike. It's just not the same kind of tiredness that you get from sprinting around and wrestling with each other and having a good old tussle. Plus, even this calmness just now, there's a degree of sort of mental, you know, it's taxing on their brains, on their little brains, to be in this situation, to respond to me, to work together as a team. Can you come? There is a degree of, you know, they have to manage this quite well, and they are good at it, but we're out of practice. And that's the point I'm making. We've had that break. Ruby, do you want one? Harris, do you want one? You don't normally take, buddy, but you're welcome to one. Let's see if you eat that. I don't think you're gonna. Right. So many folks on the paths, yeah. There's oh, you've been Eleni, tell me about it. You've been patient, I've been patient. Stanley's owners have been the most patient. Right, so quick update on Stanley. Stanley's another border terrier, just like Juno and Otis up there, and Alfie here. So this is a border terrier in all its splendour. And Stanley is another one. We actually have a fourth that isn't out this morning. Biscuit is out this afternoon. So we've got 4 border terriers that are out with us regularly, and Stanley has contacted us just at the end of the year to join the team. And when we last left it, I'd been around to see Stanley. He was loving life, he was loving me, he was kind of doing all his tricks and so happy to just be in my company. And the next thing that we were going to do was try and get Stanley in and out the van a few times one evening. And of course Christmas kind of crept up on us and everybody was busy, and then everybody got ill, and so we didn't end up seeing Stanley at all until the final day that I was working. So old Santa Paws here, hang on, let me spin this round. So I deliver some goodies to the dogs that I work with. We get a lovely box from Dofo's pet store, the oldest pet shop in Edinburgh. It's like 100-year-old or something like that. So the boys there are very good friends of mine. They did me a little, maybe I shouldn't say, but they did me a solid. And I got like 30 gift boxes from them for all the dogs, and Stanley was one of the recipients of one of the boxes. And so went around to, try to flip the camera around. I went around to see him just at the end of the year, and he was absolutely over the moon to see me, loving life. I gave him a little gift box, and then with a view that we would see him in the new year. Ruby, oh, I'm sorry, she's a pain in the backside. Sorry about that. Hi, that was not a nice way to play. Hi, come on, you're better than that. You're better than that. Come on, you two. Come on. So yeah, he's well and truly going to be on board soon. We just have to do a few things. We need to do some practice getting in and out the van, because that can be the most stressful sort of situation for the dogs. He's probably going to be fine meeting the other guys, but that's still something we need to do as well. But the real test is just the van, especially if he's not used to travelling in a car, or he's a little bit older as well, so he's not a pup. If I was to get a pup and take on board a pup, you can do anything you want to the pups, because they're just so eager to like please you and do anything you want. But once they become a bit more mature, they know what they like and they know what they don't like. And you know, jumping into a stranger's van when it smells of 30 other dogs can be some people's idea of heaven and some people's idea of hell, from the dog's point of view. So we'll practice that a few times. I've got no concerns about that. I think he's going to be great, to be honest. But we always just like to be thorough, and then I'll get him out maybe on a Saturday morning. I'm thinking with Otis, and I'm thinking maybe with someone else that'll maybe, because Otis is like, you could put Otis with any dog on the planet, and Otis and them would come out friends, wouldn't you, boy? Wouldn't you? You're just so good. But yeah, so that's a nice pairing. And then we'll maybe try and find someone who's a bit spicier, maybe not quite as easy to get on with. I'll maybe have to borrow a neighbour's dog or something, because it won't be any of mine. And yeah, no, we'll find someone that I think he'll maybe spark off of a little bit, and we'll just see how he deals with the yin and the yang of that situation, because ultimately he's going to be in a mixture of different dogs with different temperaments, different personalities, different abilities, different energy levels. So we're going to try and find a nice sort of happy place for him. So it won't be long before he's out with the team, but we take it, even if they had got in contact today and I went to see him tonight, it'd still be a few weeks before he was out with the team in this capacity. So I appreciate you bearing with us, Melanie, because it must be frustrating. You're just desperate to see him. I'll say a couple of things. He's a bit different colouring wise to these guys. He's a lot darker. His legs and his face are the same, but his body's almost like Ruby's. You know, it's that kind of, what do they call it again? Oh, my brain's not braining. Melanie, what do they call it? That colour on the borders when it's kind of like this. Is it blue? Oh God, I forget. Oh, wait. You alright, bud? Good. How old is he? I think he's 4. I think he was a lockdown pup. So 2020, thereabouts. Blue and tan, that's it. That's the words. That's the words. You know, that way I've just had a couple of weeks off of not doing anything dog related, and all of a sudden my brain is mush. Absolute mush. So there we go. So Stanley will be out soon enough, and I can't wait to have another little challenge. And then, as I said before, we've got okay, Alfie. All right, buddy boy. We've got other dogs looking to join us too, which will be fun to separate the ones that will be able to join us and the ones that won't. There will definitely be some that either live too far away or we don't have availability for. You guys okay? Come on. Hey Bench, can I just say thanks for all the comments. It really helps get some traction for people joining the channel. I thoroughly appreciate all of the shout outs, all of the things you're saying. I'm seeing it all. I'm seeing everything, just so you're aware. I'm sure everyone else is as well. I think someone's a little bit obsessed. What do we think, guys? Are we thinking, thou dost protest too much? Come on, you guys. Come on. Well, we're coming to a close. We are coming to a close. What do we think? Have you enjoyed walking with us? There's absolutely no need to do this, but if you've enjoyed it, we'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I know Bench would love that in the comments. Okay, H, you've commented a couple of times. Sorry, hang on. What am I saying? Lovely to see the sunshine. Happy New Year to you. Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry I missed that first message. I did see it pop up, but there's a lot happening on the screen, I'm sure you can see. So I missed it. I was mid-rant. Or mid-something. Oh wait! Don't you dare! Don't you dare roll. Yeah, you're obsessed alright, bud. You're obsessed alright. Protecting dogs' gender identity, right? Jesus God. Aye. Rightly so. We've got to stand up for these dogs. Someone's got to do it, right? Thank you for being that person. Thank you for being that person. Yeah, absolutely no obligation to do so, but if you've enjoyed watching the dogs and listening to my waffle, we'll be live again same time tomorrow. I'd love you to join us then. So until then, have a lovely Tuesday. Hope it's as beautiful as it is here, wherever you're watching from. We will see you all same time then. Until then, remember and give the video a little like just before I sign off, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Oh, subscribe. That's the only other thing. I'm totally out of touch. Yeah, some things best ignored. Yeah, I know. I know. I had do you remember last year I had a guy come on my channel and say, oh, there's someone behind us, and I was like, oh, is there? Like, not that I'm bothered at all, but they kept going on. Oh, that's where that person, this happened to that person, and this happened there, and this happened there. They have no idea where we are. They're just, and they went on for thousands of messages on the live stream. It was quite funny, but I was trying to ignore it while I was reading it. And yeah, it feels like we've got someone who is underappreciated in their home doing the same thing. So sad times, but anyway, we will ignore, we will move on, we'll get the dogs home nice and safely, make sure they have a nice gender neutral biscuit. Right, from me and the gang, best, take care, sending lots of love from the dogs, give your dog a cuddle from me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, all the best, bye bye.